Yo, welcome back. Zykor here. And today, I thought I would read the dossier for the new Palaeoctopus. Now, this creature is a new creature that will be added to the game along with the Genesis Part 1 map that will be released shortly, soon, I guess, within the next month or two. And yeah, it seems like it's going to be, I guess, kind of an interesting creature. It's basically an octopus. Basically, there isn't any octopuses in ARK, so you could say it is rather unique in a sense. There's only the Tusoteuthis, which is technically a squid-like. So yeah, it's interesting. There's no actual octopuses, so this is, I guess, first. So yeah, it seems like it's going to have some interesting features and abilities and stuff, and you know, I guess I'll read this and we'll speculate and see what it's like. Now, for those who are looking for how to get the dossier, I am recording this before the creature is even released, so I can only speculate that the dossier, if I go along with, you know, what Wildcard's been doing with creatures, you'll probably get it by just taming the creature, but that's my speculation. I can't guarantee that. So, anyway, on to reading the dossier. Its common name is Palaeoctopus. Its species is Palaeoctopus aquacaptor. Time, late Cretaceous. Its diet is a carnivore. Its temperament is mercurial and acquisitive. It seems we survivors have delved too far and roused a phantasmic new sea monster from the depths. Palaeoctopus aquacaptor uses its chromatic camouflage to strike from out of nowhere, seizing the unwary in its crushing tentacles, two at a time. Its fearsome beak can crack the toughest shell or armor to devour the soft innards of its captives. In the rare event it needs to retreat underwater, Palaeoctopus can use its siphon to blast a threat backwards and jet away with surprising speed. Those tentacles let Palaeoctopus scale sheer cliffs to drag itself out of the sea, though it's understandably much less agile on land. Its natural toxicity makes Palaeoctopus especially difficult to tranquilize and tame, so sedating one isn't for the faint of heart. You have to let it drag you in close for a crushing bite, and feed narcotics into its maw while keeping clear of that deadly beak. Manage to tame a Palaeoctopus, and you'll never want for ink again. Your new cephalopod supplier can be gently coaxed to provide any color of ink your heart desires. While it may not set any land speed records, Palaeoctopus can get you up cliffs and over walls, or even onto a moving ship or platform saddle. Above or below the sea, this formidable mollusk can take a lot of punishment. Just make sure to hold on tight if it uses its underwater jet propulsion. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be kind of an interesting creature to say. You know, you could just say it's like it's saying any color of ink. Does that mean it's going to allow, you know, just kind of be a dye producer? So you don't even have to, you know, make dyes in the cooking pot anymore. You can just use a Palaeoctopus to make dyes for you. Actually, that would be very interesting. I would not mind that. And it also seems like it's got some sort of jet propulsion. So, like, is that going to be like the fastest underwater creature available. It says jet propulsion, so it kind of reminds me of the Tropionatha in that sense, I guess. I mean, it's not the same, of course. This is underwater. The Tropio is above water. It's a flyer. But still, this seems like it's going to be interesting. It sounds like it'll be like quite quick if you're, if you use the jet propulsion. And of course, it seems like the method of taming it is going to be similar to the acro. You wait until it opens its mouth, you throw narcotics or some sort of tranquilizer in, and who knows, maybe even biotoxin. That would kind of be the same. And then, you trank it that way. But at the same time, I mean, see, they say it's especially difficult to tranquilize because its natural toxicity makes it, makes it difficult. So, like, when they say that, it feels like this type of a taming method shouldn't actually work. I mean, they're basically saying, yeah, just throw a bunch of narcotics in its mouth and make sure you just feed it a massive boatload of them so that its natural toxicity gets overrode. I mean, yeah, I guess. But yeah, with how it's describing it, it seems like it's going to be very similar to the acro. And the acro was just released not too long ago here as of this recording. But it also looks like it's going to be able to scale cliffs, which is actually not surprising for an octopus. Octopuses, of course, they have all kinds of suction cups and can climb lots of things. And it's going to probably be able to get you out of the water and get up onto ships and stuff like that. With the new Bob's Tall Tales Tides of Fortune release that will be coming along with Genesis, they'll be adding lots of boats and like water stuff, kind of water expansion type things. So this could be fairly interesting for that, especially like in a PvP setting. You get up onto a boat with it. It seems like it says that it's it says that it's fairly hard to damage is what it seems like it's saying. So yeah, it can take a lot of punishment. That's what it says. So in a PvP sense, I would say that maybe it's going to be able to get onto a ship and be able to take some hits while you try to overcome the players on the ship. That in that sense, it could be interesting. It's an interesting creature, and it also seems like it's saying it has camouflage. Now, is it only camouflage in the wild? Maybe. I don't know. But it says that it can crack the toughest shell too, or armor. So does that mean it's got like armor shredding capabilities? Possible. But it seems like it's going to be pretty fast because of the jet propulsion, and frankly, it just says that it's going to be pretty quick under the water, which will be useful for traveling undersea. Now, we'll see how they make Genesis. In Genesis for ASE, you as the player really didn't use much oxygen because that's just how it was. You could swim underneath the water a lot, and you also swam faster. So we'll see what they do in ASA. But this could be interesting because it's going to allow you to travel even faster. So, yeah. And if you see there in the little icons, it's got like kind of the boost icon there with all check marks by it. It's got an ink icon which of course that dye feature seems like it's going to be interesting. If it can produce dyes for you basically for free-ish or something like that, that's going to be interesting. I'd get it just to have a dye producer so I don't have to go make dyes. Infinite dyes, that would be amazing. And then of course it's got a like a narcotic icon there that's showing that it's kind of immune to narcotics or tranquilizing. So yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty interesting creature, especially since it's basically saying it kind of has camouflage, but we'll see if that is just for wild ones or if it is available to a domesticated one as well. So yeah, they seem like they're going to be kind of cool. As much as I'm not a huge fan of octopus, but hey, it's not that big of a deal. I'm more so not a big fan of things like spiders. So yeah, that's where I am on that. But I think it'll be okay and might be kind of useful and cool. So anyway, yeah, that's it for this dossier reading. If you like this reading, hit that like button. We really appreciate it, and it really helps us out a lot. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that bell icon and leave a comment. If you know, what do you think of it? Let me know your thoughts. Do you like this creature? Do you kind of think it should be different, or did you prefer something else for Genesis? Because as far as I know, this creature was voted on by the community. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.